Slightly more than 4.3 kilometres of twisting Hungarian racetrack lie here in almost complete silence at the moment. However, all that is about to change as Saturday qualifying at the Hungaroring gets underway. Session 1 will run for 15 minutes, and after that we'll see who's going to make up the back 6 places on the grid, with everyone else going on to Session 2. We'll continue in a few moments with the second knockout session, where we'll decide grid positions 16 to 11. Session 2 is about to get underway. We've reset the clocks as the times from Session 1 are now irrelevant, and we've also cut the number of cars down from 22 to 16. By the end of this session, we'll be down to 10 contenders, all battling it out in a shootout session for pole position. We'll continue with Session 3 of qualifying in a few moments. The final shootout session is about to get underway. We've reset the clocks for the final time. This session will determine the order of the top 10 for tomorrow's race. This is the final battle for pole position. So there we have it. From 10th to pole, the grid order looks like this. Thoroughly enjoyable qualifying session today. All that remains for me to say is see you tomorrow for another scintillating, action-packed Grand Prix. Don't go anywhere. Turn up the volume and enjoy. Here we go. We are racing! You got off to a great start. Poor start for Michael Schumacher though. The field is tightly packed as they head towards the first corner. You're in front out of the first corner. Next is Fisichella. Next is Ralf Schumacher. As we head into the final few laps, you now lead the race. Next is Ralf Schumacher. Raikkonen is third. Montoya fourth. Felipe Massa is fifth. Alonso sixth. Seventh is Button. And Nico Rosberg eighth.
Schedule stop the end of this lap. Careful on your way in this lap.
Fisichella will finish the race in second. That's the 13th race of the season completed. Unlucky for some? Possibly, but it's provided an interesting spectacle once again. We take a longer break now, so teams and drivers can spend a little time with family and friends before we enter the final part of the season. Next stop is Turkey, at the latest Herman Tilke circuit, just outside Istanbul. With its notorious turn 8 ready to bite at anyone who's not concentrating fully, I can't wait for the action to start there. Join us in 3 weeks' time, where East meets West for another thrilling chapter in the F1 calendar. Goodbye for now. Bye.